So, what does survival training mean to you? You know, when most people hear survival training, they think of wilderness survival training. And no one really thinks too much beyond that usually. Um, my version of survival training is not just wilderness survival training. I do believe that's good to train, it's important, it is definitely good to have in your toolbox. However, what are the possibilities and probabilities, right? So what's the probability that you're going to need that compared to maybe being able to defend yourself, right? So is there going to be an apocalypse and we're going to have to survive in the wild? Are you going to get stranded? That's possible. Maybe get stranded or something, have to survive in the wild. But still, I would think that being attacked, being robbed, something like that, having to defend yourself, defend your family, something like that is more important to train, right? That's more of a probability, where survival training for the wilderness is more of a possibility, or a possibility and a probability. So anyway, and there's other areas other than just training to be able to fight, to defend yourself. There's the thing you deal with every single day, which is your health. Your health is very important for survival, right? And if you watch any survival shows, now I know some of them are twisted or rigged to some extent sometimes, but still, if you watch any of the shows, you can see that people who are extremely out of shape maybe have a hard time getting through things and dealing with things. But beyond that, I mean, what is survival? You know, it's staying alive. Anything that's going to keep you alive. So I would say trying to be healthy, eating decent, exercise, those type things, definitely play a role in survival that you deal with every single day, right? We can't escape death. It's going to happen. That's why death, to me, and I'm not trying to act macho, death doesn't scare me, it doesn't bother me, but it's because I've already come to terms with the fact that I can't escape it. It's going to happen. So why fear it? I mean, it's going to happen. But while I'm here, I want to live the healthiest, happiest life, because that goes together. You know, if you are dealing with health issues, you're certainly not going to be as happy as if you were healthy and not dealing with those health issues. That's just a fact. So taking care of your health, having some type of fighting skills. And when I say these things, I don't mean you have to 100% dedicate every minute of your day to then you can't do anything else, right? So, you know, get some decent exercise, even if you're just doing like a walking program, something. Get some type of exercise. Even if you don't eat perfect, just try to eat decent. You know, try to eat decent. Stay away from processed sugars, processed foods in general, although that is harder. Processed sugars, you know, stay away from that. It is addictive. Does a lot of bad things to you. So those are a couple of other things other than just wilderness training, okay? Like I said, I do believe that's important, and it's fun, but it's almost more of a hobby than it is something you need for survival for most people. Especially in some place like here in the United States. In another country, maybe you might need it more. I could see that in some countries. But here in the United States, you don't need that skill as much. So, but yes, it is still important to have that. I believe it is still important to have that. There's many things you could put into the realm of survival, even making money, you know. becoming self-sufficient as possible. There's many things. If you just open your mind to just the simple fact of survival is anything that keeps you alive, right? So anything that keeps you alive, that's what I'm dealing with. That's what I'm concerned with on this channel. So yeah, it's going to be health, healthy eating, training, martial arts training. I will do some wilderness survival things here and there, especially in the nicer time of the year. I mean, you can do stuff in the winter also, yes, but in the nicer time of the year, then I'm usually out camping and stuff like that, fishing, camping, and everything. So, and yes, definitely firearms are in that realm also of being able to defend yourself or and take care of yourself, maybe through like hunting, for instance, stuff like that. Feed yourself, being self-sufficient again. I won't be doing much of that on this channel because, if any at all, because of the restrictions. That's just the way it is. I know there are other channels that do, and I'm glad they're doing that. But sorry, can't do that here too much. Anyway, yeah, just think about it, and no one can tell you that what you're doing is right or wrong as far as your version of survival training. But I would just say open your mind and think about the big picture and what are the most likely things that you need to work on. That's what I try to focus on, and that would be my suggestion. But it is good to have some of these things that you also enjoy. I enjoy training, of any kind, like training gym or training here, training martial arts, any training. I like learning in general anyway, so that's easy for me. But yeah, just think about it in a different way, not just wilderness survival, not banging on it again. I do believe it's important, but it's not at the top. So please like and subscribe, and I will catch you next time.